Hi! Today I'm going to show you a couple of quick projects you can do to stay in and be cozy. And I'm going to show you how to make this bag charm, this little coin purse, updating a tote bag, and just kind of show you a reading log I made. Alright, let's get started. So bag charms have started to become really popular, and it's fun to make your own because you can design it any way you want it, and you can have all the little colors and pieces that you would enjoy. So I'm just going to show you real quick how to make some bag charms. The supplies you will need. I bought these keychains from Michael's. They come in a pack of 3. I grabbed some ribbons I had, and then I bought some charms. These cowboy ones I got from Hobby Lobby, and if you watch their sales, you can get these on sale, sometimes like 40% off. So this was a pack of 4. And then I got these charms at Michael's. I want to say they might have been part of their spring collection or something. I bought them after Christmas. So I bought these on sale too. So yeah, just charms, ribbons. If you watch sales at your crafting stores, you can get those. And then your keychain clips. So now that I have my materials, we'll go ahead and get started. So I just begin by taking the charms, and I'm going to take this small loop. I'm going to take that small loop, and I'm going to go ahead and thread it onto my keychain. Simple as that. And then I will grab the cowboy hat and do the same. So earlier when I had 2, I accidentally put one on backwards, so I was just trying to make sure I was doing it the right way. There we go. Okay, they are both on there correctly. Okay, so now I got my charms on. Some people just like a simple charm. You could do that. I've seen like really cute, nicely tied ribbon bows. Just a simple bag charm in that way. But I'm going to go ahead and make this one similar to this one. I'm just going to cut some ribbon and attach it to the ring. So I cut a little over a foot, maybe a 1.5 feet of ribbon, and now I'm just going to find the center. I like using 2 different colors or 2 different types of ribbon. I think that looks really neat. And then I'm going to attach my ribbon. You can decide if you want your charms on both sides of the ribbon, if you want them together. I kind of like how they look when they're together, so I will do the ribbon attach this side similar to what I did with that one. And I am going to take my ribbon and insert it into the hoop when I'm looking at the front of it. And then I'm going to take my loop and pull my ribbon tails through. And then that way your loop side should be on this side. Otherwise you got that look, and you want your loop on the front. So that is the direction to put it. And then there you go, you got your ribbon. You could tie a bow, you could keep it nice and long, but I like the length of this one, so I'm just gonna trim my ribbon down so that it's a little shorter. And then my little bag charm is ready to go. So I grabbed my wrong scissors. These are not my best ones. There we go. I get the job done, but they're just not as great as my better scissors. And there you have it. A really cute bag charm that you can make yourself so that you can make it the way you like it and it can fit your personality. I'm going to go ahead and do a time lapse of the other 4 I have, and then we'll move on to our next project. there you have it. So those are fun and quick and easy to do. And like I said, it's just nice to personalize it to what you want. And you can put them on all kinds of bags. You can make several of these. You can even have it on your keychain for your car keys or whatever it is you want. We are going to put these on our Library Lover bags, but these are great for anything. These will be available on my shelf at Queen Bee. And another side note, I have my scraps of ribbon, and these will not go to waste. I will set these aside and use them for junk journaling. So that's another tool I have left now for me, which is nice. And I also have these really cute bag charms. So I'm gonna go ahead and get stuff ready for the next project, and we'll get started with that. The next little project I want to do is make a book tote bag and just kind of like a little library card holder. And so I got these, this card holder is from Hobby Lobby. They have them in different colors. And then I got this canvas bag from Michaels. I like how sturdy it is and all the pockets. I'm definitely someone who loves pockets. And so I thought this bag was cute. And so what I'm gonna put on here is Local Library Lover. And I'm trying to decide, I definitely don't want it going over the straps. So I'm going to put that in this square right here. And I got some white iron-on, what do you call it? Vinyl. And I got this, it's for the Cricut, and I got it at Michaels. So I'm going to use white iron-on vinyl for the green bag. And then for the card holder, I have black iron-on vinyl, and I'll just say Local Library Lover. So before I got to this step, I designed the font I wanted on Canva, and I am going to, I downloaded the image, uploaded it to my Cricut app, and then I'm going to cut it using my Cricut. Now those things I don't have recorded. If you are interested in a tutorial on how to design things in Canva that you can then use in Cricut, and you want to see more of the, I guess, technology side of that, and do screen recordings and stuff, please let me know in the comments down below and I can walk you through that. But today I'm just going to kind of show you, I'm going to measure for this, how I cut my vinyl for it, and then ironing it on. But so first I'm going to grab my tape measure so I know how big of a space I need in my Cricut design template. And so it looks like my space is 7 inches by about 8.5. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut. I'm gonna start with the white because the white is for the bag. 7 inches by 8. So this is going to be 12 inches to fit a typical mat that you use for your Cricut. And I'm not going to trim down that part, but I'm going to use my paper cutter to cut it down to 7, so it'll be 7 by 12. Make sure you guys can see all this. So there we go, got lined up to 7 inches. There we go. Alright, so I cleared up my space a little bit, and that definitely helped. When you have iron-on vinyl, you want to cut it. You have this like shiny side. This is not the vinyl side. This is what will peel off. this is your vinyl side, and so this is what you want to cut. And so I'm going to place it shiny side down onto my mat, which is a little sticky. Just kind of line it up. And then I have this to get air bubbles out and make sure it goes on smooth. It's on very nice. Alright, now that is ready to go. So now I'll go ahead and cut this using the Cricut. Once again, if that is something you're interested in seeing some series on, how to use the Cricut and the technology side of that, how to design things in Canva, how to set up accounts, let me know in the comments down below and I can do a series on that for you guys. But I'm going to go ahead and go cut this, and then I'll show you what it looks like after it's done being cut. So here it is cut. If you notice, it went like above this line, and so I had to peel it off and do it again. So that is what's going down at the bottom, but here at the top you can see how it's on here backwards because we're going to iron it on. But now I'm just going to peel the extra stuff off. I have ruined my pick with another project I did that it wasn't meant for, and I need to buy a new one, and I forgot to buy a new one. So we'll see if I can get the extra stuff I don't need off, maybe just by peeling it in the corner. Alright, I was able to get a corner started, so now I can peel off the excess. So as I peel, if I hold it down like pretty flat, that should help the pieces I want to stay, and just get rid of the excess that I don't want to iron onto my project. So there you can kind of see the iron-on piece we have now. And then this is where having a really good one of these comes in, but like I said, mine's kind of messed up. I'll do my best. But yeah, these usually have a really good sharp edge to them that allows you to pick out the center pieces of your vinyl that you don't need. Do this without stabbing myself. There we go. Alright, now I'm just going to kind of trim this down, cut this bottom part off, because I don't need that. I'm going to grab my bag, make sure I have my pocket side that I want, and kind of place it on here. Oh, that's going to be cute. And then I'm going to grab a just like simple dish towel, and I'm going to stick it on top and then iron. And then I'll bring it upstairs and I'll show you how it peels off once I iron it on. So that is how I can use my Cricut to make different little iron-on things to update a tote bag or a little coin purse. I will follow the same steps to do local library lover on this coin purse. Once again, you know, I'll measure, and so this time I'm more worried about it fitting this way, because do I want it this way? Maybe I do. Maybe I like local library lover going that way. That'd be good. So looks like 4.5 by 3, a little less than 3. And so I'll just kind of follow those same steps to cut my black vinyl for this one. And then I'll use the Cricut, peel the pieces, iron it, and then this will be done as well. So here we are. I have them ironed on and they're on there pretty good. And so, I mean, you just have this like clear plastic that just peels off after you iron it on, and then you're left with your finished piece. So real fun, simple, cute way to add a little something to a tote bag and or a little wallet, and it just makes it a little more fun. So here they are all together. I took my little card coin purse and I clipped it around the strap, and then I made this reading log journal that can be kept in the bag, and you could just kind of keep track of books you want to read, how much you have been reading, your reading log, and then what you think of your books. I also like the pockets in this bag because you can put pens. I clipped my bag charm onto here and my little tag ready for selling it at the boutique. But I am going to have all of these items for sale on my shelf at the boutique if you guys are interested. Let me know in the comments down below once again if you are interested to see how I use Canva to design things like this reading log and my letters for my bag. Also let me know if you're interested in a tutorial on how to use the Cricut to make things like this. I'd also love to hear what you guys like to do in the wintertime to stay cozy, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!